Welcome to the Get Creative podcast, guys. I'm your host, Justin Tuminowski, Sub-2 student. You can find me at realestatejustin.com. Guys, we're here to break down the world of creative finance, and in this podcast, I have two very, very, very special guests. These ladies are dominating the Virginia market, but not even just that, it's the Southeast Sunbelt of the East Coast. So, guys, we're here to talk about innovative strategies and success stories from these two ladies. And if you're tired of sitting on the sidelines, it's time to secure your first deal. Please check out the links below. Come join our thriving community of winners and action takers who make their mark on the real estate industry. Click the links below. Check it out. Guys, we got a special one here. Listen to these two ladies. I'm actually probably just going to sit back. They're going to take over. Intimidated. Let's just, I got two of these powerhouse. So, guys, this is a special, special treat for the new 2025. I want you to pay attention. And I have Ja'el and Stacey Thomas, mother and daughter. They're like sisters. So let's see if these sisters are gonna go give us some juice. And then, guys, stay tuned because this is gonna be a triple digit, not a flip. So this isn't Pace Morby's channel. It is a channel, but it's not his triple digit show. It's a triple digit wholesale deal. So sit back, relax. Let's get educated. And guys, Stacey, please kick it off.
Justin, it's such a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited for this podcast and also to have everybody have an opportunity to see how my daughter and I, the dynamic duo, mother-daughter duo, as Pace calls us, really like to help the community and give back. And so I want to start off by telling you a little bit about myself. Formerly, I worked in corporate America for a Fortune 50 company for approximately 30. So I spent a lot of time building somebody else's dream. My husband and I were also real estate investors since 2006, but of course we didn't have an opportunity to do a lot of time in the real estate space because we had both had our W-2s. So in 2019, he was a lieutenant in the fire department and I was working in corporate. We both came out the same year, Justin. It wasn't planned, however, it happened. So they made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. And then, of course, in 2020, COVID hit and shut everything down. Ja'el decided that she wanted to get her real estate license at that time. So I decided that I was going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix while she got her real estate license. And my husband jumped right in because he also knew how to do some contracting work. So I watched as they went back and forth and getting business plans together and making all these plans. And, so I was like, this is going to be great, guys. Let me know how it goes. So my daughter finally came back, and we were going into 2021 and she was like, Mom, we need management. And I said, I did that for 32 years, girl. Get out of my face and let me watch Netflix. But Justin, listen, Ja'el is my youngest daughter. I have an oldest daughter as well. And both of them are really, the love of my lives as well. And so I said, okay, let me, though, learn how to be a savvy real estate investor. So I joined Bigger Pockets as a pro member, took some masterminds, did some boot camps with them, did a lot of YouTube University. But at the end of Bigger Pockets did a podcast with this gentleman by the name of Pace Morby. And it was a game changer and it was game over for us. When we joined the community, Justin, our lives begin to change. And that's why we have had the success that we have. We owe it to Pace and this community. And from there, I'm going to let Ja'el introduce herself.
So good.
Well, thanks so much, Mom. That was absolutely amazing. And she literally told me exactly like that. Get out of my face. I am done working, which I totally understand because she's been going hard and doing such an amazing job for all of those years. But I knew that what she already had done, we could do as a family and build an empire. And that's exactly what's happening. So actually, my first year as an agent sucked. People don't tell you that. I didn't make no money. It was brutal. And guess what? I was trying to do everything by myself. Pace talks about that all the time. You need a team in anything that you're doing. And you need to build relationships. So we actually just started posting that we can help people in difficult situations. She posted one time on Facebook and someone called her up like, hey, I got somebody that has in pre-foreclosure with a reverse mortgage. Help me, please. So I tried everything as an agent. I was like, let's sell it off market. Let's try to list it. The numbers just didn't work. And Justin, I know you know the numbers don't lie. There's nothing you can do when numbers don't work, period. Yeah. So we saw that video of Pace, and it was one of the most trying times of our lives that we were going through. And we were like, should we just take a leap of faith and join this community? We were at an all-time low at that point from personal issues and stuff like that. And we did it. And within our first 30 days, Mamadou Diallo came in, helped us with the paperwork. We made a $10K assignment fee, helped that seller out of pre-foreclosure and his reverse mortgage, got a family into that home and got the property rented out, and still have the property in our possession today, where we may even wholesale it and sell it retail down the line.
So good.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So a lot, guys, a lot to unpack there, but can you first pay respect to Stacey and her husband for doing the thing, leading by example, obviously hardworking people, good family, and then leading by example, but also like, damn, like kind of jealous of the squad up of this family, right? Like, that's pretty dope. Like, honestly, to have a relationship that's, tight like that, and they're just going to roll up their sleeves and be like, hey, all right, one for all for one. Let's do this.
Yes.
Go kick some ass. I love that.
My dad actually wrote this plan down years before. He manifested it. He was like, when I retire, we're going to build a real estate empire. He wrote it down. We were like, whatever, because this was like 10 years before any of this happened. Mm-hmm. And we paid it no attention. When we went back and looked at it, it is exactly what happened. My sister's an agent, and she's our property manager.
I got goosebumps. Wow.
I mean, we tell him all the time, he's such a powerful manifester, and it happened.
Isn't that great? And that's like, there's legacy stuff for that. That's something that should be passed down. I don't know if you have kids or not, or if your other daughter has kids or there's grandkids or whatnot, but hopefully there's some lessons to be shown here, and there's some legacy to say like, hey, granddad was a badass, and he kicked this off. Yes. So love that. Stacey, thank you for that. Ja'el, thank you so much for that. And guys, so their first deal, 10K assignment, they literally listened, watched, and took action and did something. And then I know they're going to go into a deal today. I know the number. That's about all I know. And that would have been about, I'm just going to hint it out, 16 of those deals would have equates to the dollar amount that they're going to talk about right now. So if anyone's doing their math right now, there you go. But who wants to kick it off? So thank you for the intros. Who wants to kick it off on this deal we're going to talk about?
Justin, I'm going to kick it off because I know my superpower, and I love helping people. I love working with people. I'm very intentional when I go to meetups or I'm on Zooms that I connect with people. And I'm connecting from a soul perspective because I want to know who you really are. And so it just so happens that the gentleman that brought us this great opportunity, I had the pleasure of meeting him at a meetup. And I was telling him, he was already in the community. He was a newbie, and I had just really become the regional leader for the DMV. And I wear that badge proud, Justin. Yeah. And I know you know that. And so I'm always, again, I want to make sure the newbies are focused, that they're going through the course, that they know the Avatar series, that they know the protocol, and that they know that I'm here to help them. So from that, I was like, hey, why don't you come in with my daughter and I? We're building a team of new investors, working with you guys to help you get your first deal, because somebody gave us assistance at that point. And this is what our community is all about. His name is Paul, Georgia. So I'm working in my superpower to, connect with people and find out what we really can help them with. And then I'll let Ja'el take it from there to tell you about the story.
Yeah, but the amazing part about Paul is he had already had experience fixing and flipping traditionally without using the creative strategy. He was a newbie to sub 2, but he had also partnered up with other people in the community to close out some traditional probate sales and stuff like that. So he knew the power of squatting up, but he also hadn't leveraged the creative aspect of closing deals. So he saw the value, she saw the value, and not only is she great at finding people, she's great at building people up and showing them exactly what they're great at. So our team and what our focus is to have people do the thing that they like to do, and then let someone else do the other stuff that you don't like. Because I know it's parts of this business that I don't like, but when we first started, it was just us, Justin, and we had to do every piece. Yep. Find the deal, negotiate the deal, get the deal to the finish line, make sure that we're negotiating on both sides, paperwork, all of those things. This community eliminated those things for us. So we said, let's bring more people in and get it done. So Paul is amazing because he feels so deeply inside for people in pre-foreclosure that he goes out and door knocks every day. People are excited about the number on this deal, but let me tell you, you don't get these kind of deals from door knocking one and done. The consistency and the persistence and all the no's and all the people who think you're nuts for knocking on the door, like, what's in it for you? I actually want to help you. I am an investor. Yes, I'm going to profit from this, but I'm going to help you out of the situation. And sometimes we don't make anything. We've had so many deals where we just helped somebody and took nothing away from it. Yep. So Paul door knocked this particular property. I think he went back twice, and the son was there. It wasn't even the homeowner. The son was living in the property. And finally, I guess Paul said the right thing, showed the value of how much he can help. And we have about 6 different solutions where a real estate agent may come in and just try to do a short sale. And maybe an investor's coming in with a cash offer that won't cover that mortgage balance. So we have these creative strategies and solutions where we can actually give people a solution that's not one size fits all. Game changer. So the son finally heard him out and got him in contact with the mother who actually owned the property, Justin.
Wow.
So mom reaches out and gets with Paul, and she's like, look, I don't even care. I'd rather just let the property go. I already have somewhere to live. I'm over it. People have been reaching out. Nobody can help me, and it's just not making sense. She just really was like, my son already has somewhere to go. We'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Paul was like, well, he's very, warm and nurturing, and I guess his energy shined through. So finally he got her on the phone with our other team members. It really took a core group of people to get this done. And one of our other team members has experience in loss mitigation. So he was like, let's get on the phone with the bank, called the bank, got them on the phone, and found out that this lady had done a loan mod that she was approved for and never reached back. So
rare.
Yeah, right. And usually people aren't approved. She had no idea because the bank isn't going to go out of their way to let you know you've been approved for your loan mod.
So I know. So Ja'el, hold on one second. All right, pause right there. But because what I want to do is sometimes I try to put myself in the side of the listener. Yes. So guys, she used a word called loss mitigation. We're not going to, Ja'el, for the sake of a few things, and I think you might know what I'm talking about, we're not going to go so deep into the modifications. However, can you just give the audience a brief overview of what that loss mitigation person is familiar with?
They are familiar with what the bank needs to stop foreclosures, what the bank will take and tolerate to say, okay, let's actually give them some time to get this sold. Luckily, this lady we got to her about 30 days before auction date, but we have stopped some auctions the day of, and sometimes 3 days before it's about to go.
Minutes of.
Yes, minutes out.
Yeah, for real. So
it's possible.
Loss mitigation, and that wasn't Kiki, right?
No, but we work with Kiki on a even bigger deal.
I love my Kiki. Oh, so good.
Kiki Shrugs. She's
awesome. Shout out Kiki. I'm so glad she's coming back into the fold.
We are too.
She's been in the mud with us. She helped us through one of the longest transactions we've ever worked. So she's
and she's that woman. She's
amazing, Justin. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's a friend of mine, and I'm so happy that we get to love on her right now. Yeah. So I can almost cry thinking of her. So all right, let's keep going. Loan mod gets, you guys take care of business there. You help. Well, you said it rare. The homeowner gets their loan mod completed. Holy mackerel! How many times have you heard and I heard that? Oh yeah, I tried a loan mod. I tried it. I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you did. It's almost like I can't get a deal. When you hear a newbie say, I have tried, I can't get deals. You guys are this is a BS business. I go, well, you probably haven't really tried. Right. Same thing with homeowners. You don't know what
it takes.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, so that's just another, loan mods are there for folks to help them get through these situations if they can qualify. But what we're trying to get at is the paperwork, and it's cumbersome. There's a lot of hoops to jump through. And if you mess up that application, sometimes it's one line. If you miss one thing in that application, the banks are just, by the time they get back to you, it's almost like your expiration. The shot clock has been called, and you really need an investor because now we know how to work against that shot
Yeah.
clock. So I just, again, painting that picture. Let's kick it back. So you guys now, homeowner, the son has a place to go. The wife doesn't even live there, or the mother doesn't live there.
Mom, she already has another house.
She's pieced out. Okay, so now you guys are getting under contract. What does that look like now? So is there issues with move out of the son? No one gives you problems there. Give the audience a little like taste of what's going on there from the purchase and sale agreement.
So son was super cooperative. Ma, did you want to add something on that?
Yeah, that she was K in arrears.
Okay.
Yep, which was very low because in the market we're in, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia, we're right by the nation's capital. The real estate is prime. The market never stops. It's always hot. So we were like, okay, but you have a great property, So of course we're already below 10% entry fee, depending on what she wants. But the property did need some work if we were going to get a renter in there and all of that. So as I stated before, the numbers don't lie. We looked at it several different ways. Yes, we can keep it. Yes, we can fix and flip it. But for me as a unicorn agent, I already knew we would end up on the market in December. Now I'm like, that's a big gamble. Also, the time value of money. I want to pay my team and everybody that's been going super hard working with us. Let's wholesale this puppy. We have so many fix and flippers and all of these people that have been begging us for deals because also, Justin, it's hard to find deals here that are 50 to 60% on the dollar unless you're a builder.
Yeah.
There's no extra land here. You have to buy a house to tear it down to do a new build.
Yeah.
So that's just a picture of the market in the DMV. Basically, we got it under contract on August 7th. She owed $181,000. With her, we got under contract with the seller. And then we actually realized that, the loan mod would take longer, going back and forth with the bank, and we could resell the property for $340 to $360. So we got that thing under contract within 15 hours. We had about 13 showings. Within 2 days, within that same night, the next day, we got 3 offers in, and one of them was at like 360, and we still had people that wanted to see the property, but the people that went the same day moved so quickly that the offer that we accepted was the strongest, and that doesn't mean the highest, guys. And what do I mean by that? Does this person have credibility to actually close on the property? Are they ready with their EMD? And let me see that proof of funds.
Oh, so good. Guys, do you think Ja'el's smart? Do you think she knows what she's doing? Do you think Stacey knows what she's doing? Hell, that was a mic drop right there. Don't chase the dollar because you will then lose. You might lose that deal. And they're so smart to think that way.
Yes.
Wow.
So true, Justin.
Wow. That was
changed her mind.
So good.
We also asked her, well, what do you want? There's so much equity here. Like, what can we give you? You know what she said? This is why Pace always says, ask the person. Everybody doesn't want money. That's not always valuable to somebody. This person may already have money. She may be a doctor and just say, forget the property. So she was like, look, I just want my mortgage paid off. That nobody's been able to help me solve that problem, and you have. That's it. I don't want any cash.
So good. And
she saw the altar.
And I'm going to say this and add this as well, Justin. With the people that we work with, our strategic partners, people that are part of our team, we have to consider the seller first and what they want and how we can help them. If somebody comes to our team or want to partner with us and that's not what they're about, then I'm sorry, this is not a good fit for you.
That's right. That's right. Because it's, I think I thought of the same thing. My conscience is clear, knowing that I made sure that we are going to make a large sum of money on here. And someone could, in the audience, and someone could say, well, why didn't you then, when your deal was closed, send her an envelope full of money? Well, that's not anyone else's business. I mean, we made sure that we took care of business, and that's what, it's emotional equity. There's emotional capital. There's personal capital. There's cash capital. There's liquid capital. So there's so many ways of cutting the word capital into, pieces where this was just the emotional of get rid of this mortgage for me. And that's all I care about. Yeah. And like you said, she could be a doctor. She could be terminal. And she's just like, I'm done. I just don't want any problem for my kids or something. We don't know that, but we asked, our conscience is clear. And now you guys, so good. And Stacey, thank you for that, because that's also, it has to be a win-win. we have to do good business because that karma will reward
Yes.
us time and time after time.
We
Yes.
could have stretched it out. We could have waited for the loan mod to be approved and made an extra 20,000. But what I find is you can lose the deal trying to be greedy.
Yeah.
Also, we brung an amazing opportunity to an investor that's been waiting for a flip, had 10,000 earnest money ready to go and 600K liquid cash in the
Love
bank.
it. Love it.
So that was who we picked. We picked someone at the 345 mark, and we had offers up to 355, 360. But they were not qualified buyers in our eyes. They weren't more qualified than this individual. And we also paid another wholesaler who brought this person to the table a $10,000 assignment fee. I also want to highlight our coach, Barry, who has been a pivotal part of our team, who got everybody together on the same page, made sure everything was organized, and our top tier TC Esther Bongo, who did the transaction for us. So it took a village of people to really make this happen. And this investor was super, super happy because now when we have deals coming out, they're like, these folks have great numbers. They know their stuff and the deal makes sense. So I'm going to get on it as soon as possible. So I think it's really important that we put quality deals out and make sure that we're crunching the numbers correctly.
Love
And
that.
Justin, I will add to, we're laser focused about getting as many people in the community in the deal as possible. I think for this one, it was at least 6 to 8. And the other ones that we have done about averaging about the same amount of people in our sub 2 community that are a part of this deal.
Anything I have, we're going to the community first.
Yes.
My Class A contractors, where are my unicorn agents in this state? Because I trust the people in this community and I trust the integrity. And sometimes in real estate, you can find people who do not have the integrity that they should when a lot of money is involved.
Yeah. And just like you said, too, this buyer, right? You know, you serve this buyer, right? This fix and flipper, but if you gave him a bad deal and you got greedy and you extorted him and said, hey, well, I got someone coming in at 360 right now. I got 355. You're at 345. You're going to squeeze another 10 out of him. That sometimes doesn't resonate. And that 10 could need that 10 on the back end.
Yep.
And he disobeyed his rule to get the deal, and you persuaded him. And it's just like, there's a whole vibe that just doesn't click there.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
you know, you can't control what he does with that asset, but you got to make sure that they can also eat too. And you have to make sure that, you know, yeah, you guys priced it fair, and you didn't take the highest offer, but you took the most secure offer. And that's the biggest part of this. And you made $160,000 assignment.
I just gotta highlight this in 5 days. Because we also have a beast mode attorney in Arlington, Alexandria area, Northern Virginia, that has been in the game for 30 years that can get stuff done over the weekend. That's the relationships.
Wow. 30 years in the business and will take care of business on the weekends is unheard of.
He's
Hold on,
awesome.
even on a Friday.
Only for certain people, though. Like people who does a lot of business with, he will respond and he'll get his team right on it.
The dynamic duo. Who wouldn't work for you guys? Who would not do? I would all day long. And
Thank you, Justin.
Well, congratulations on that, first of all.
Thank you.
Proud of you. I love hearing this story. I love being here right now talking about this. And you guys, your energy is so great.
Thank you.
But you said something a moment ago, Stacey, and you said you want to work with, well, both of you said it, but you want to work with students, you want to work with community members, you want to work with people, and you don't want to do these deals alone and stuff. So, you know, catch me up to speed on what that vibe looks like and why, like, what's going on there.
Justin, we're on a mission to make a difference. As you know, I come from the corporate world. So all I did was take all of those skills that I learned to a different industry, which is this real estate space. We specialize in helping people out of foreclosure. We educate people on, real estate and different strategies, and we're doing buy and hold properties creatively. We're having conversations with individuals that want to create generational wealth and a legacy for their families. PACE has given us the catalyst to do that. Ja'el and I are laser focused about taking action and making an impact in our communities and beyond. And so we can't do that alone. And so I'll let Ja'el take it from here.
Yeah, Mom. And really, she was the person to be like, we got to bring on more people. we have to do this on a larger scale because it was just her and I in the beginning. And then we started attracting the right people where we're like, we are not leaving. We want to work with you guys. Can you help us? And that's what made it so rewarding. And I think when we bring in the more people, then we can do more deals together. So we're big on quantity. We're not pressed about getting this huge amount from every single deal. It's about doing more deals and having an abundance mindset. So we're looking to help as many people as possible do their first deal or more deals. And we have an Eminent Estates Academy. Our nationwide real estate company is called Eminent Estates. And now we're starting an academy where we're just going to host Zooms on Saturdays, and people can join live, and they can come in and bring their questions, and they can bring their deals. And we have all of the systems and tools in place to help them get that deal to the finish line. Because as I stated before, there are so many moving parts in a deal that you may not be able to master negotiation overnight. You may not be able to master contracts. But if you can at least get the acquisition, which is the hardest part, let us help you do that deal and get you a big chunk of change in your pocket, or stay in with us as an equity partner if we decide to buy and hold it.
Wow. So, Ja'el, you're telling me that this is open to the public, or who's entitled to come to these, like they're free Zooms on Saturdays, open to the public?
All they have to do is sign up and have good energy. Now, we won't work with anyone with negativity or with bad vibes. That's a no-go for your girls.
Yeah, you're getting kicked out.
Yeah. Spoil it for everybody else. So if you don't have a positive attitude and a great mindset, no, we cannot work with you.
All right, Dad's working the door.
Yes.
The big old fireman, he's working the door. I'm not messing with that room.
Yeah, all they have to do is sign up on our link. It'll be on our Eminent Estates website, www.eminentestates.net, and you can sign up for the academy on there. All we need is your name and email.
Guys, do you hear that? Wow. So I think what their goal is, if by the sounds of it, guys, they want to do deals. They want to do a bunch of deals with a bunch of people, and they want to get you even your first deal. Or if you're new to the game, it sounds like, and you're doing a bunch of deals, but maybe you don't do creative deals, so you're a wholesaler. I bet you bring opportunities. They will figure out the strategy to make it work. And if it's not a deal, it's not a deal. Then you go back and go hunt another deal and bring it back. And that's the name of the game, guys. Too. You're leveraging. If you're doing this by yourself, think of this. You can't run that conveyor belt by yourself. And I use this example. Think of Amazon. Think of someone working in Amazon, and they're going to go on the shelf, pick out a product. A work order comes in, they go pick out a product, put it in a box, put the stuffing in the box, put the shipping label on it, package it up, take the box, bring it to the loading dock, put it in the truck, drive the truck, drop it off at my house. What about all those orders that stacked up inside of the warehouse?
Never get to them.
You can't get to them. So the conveyor belt stops. Well, when you bring deals into a team, into a fold, into a mix that's established, you literally can go out, you hunt, you gather, you bring it back to, throw it on the kitchen table, and you go back out the door and go hunt for more. Oh, so we go Amazon. We just did an Amazon freaking example, and we did a hunting and gathering example.
And Justin, you hit the nail on the head. We want people to do what they enjoy and what they're good at.
Yeah.
Get the other stuff.
Listen, it's always collaboration over competition. We pay it forward, pay it backwards, pay it sideways, pay it all the way around. But one thing is for certain, Justin, we can't do this without each other, without a team of people, like-minded individuals that are ready to take action. And we're just adopting just some of the same basic principles that we have learned and been taught within our Sub-2 community and our fearless, amazing, wonderful leader, Pace Morby. I just can't say enough about his vision and his purpose and how it has really changed Ja'el and I's lives. And we just are going to give that back until we can't give any more. Right. And after we can't give any more, we won't be breathing. So we plan to do that forever.
Love it. Wow. Well, ladies, any last words? Is there some social media handles that we can talk about?
Yep. So we are _ Eminent Estates on Instagram. And from there, you'll see my personal Instagram and Stacey's. Mine is just _ Ja'el.Thomas. And Stacey's is stay _ exclusive because she's fancy. So we also have a YouTube channel where the Academy will be streaming from. Everything is under Eminent Estates, guys, and the website is just www.eminentestates.net, and all of the links are there. So We look forward to doing a lot of deals, helping a lot of people out of pre-foreclosure, because that's what it's all about, and there's so many out there. And any questions or just advice that we can give, we're here for that too.
Yeah, and just to close out, Justin, like, we weren't born with the silver spoon in our mouths, but we know what we're doing and our mission and our goal and our vision, that we can help other people leave a lasting legacy for their families. You may not have been born into wealth, but you can certainly leave here with it and leave a lasting legacy for others and generations to come.
Thank you, Stacey. And ladies, it's been a pleasure. You've said it all, and I've enjoyed this podcast so much. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one as well. These ladies are powerful, and I think you need to plug into their system and plug into their Zooms and just follow them, right? And see what aligns with you. Ja'el, thank you so much. Stacey, thank you so much. And guys, I hope you got some value from this. Thank you for listening to Get Creative Podcast. I am Justin Tuminowski, and you can find me at realestatejustin.com. Guys, stay tuned for the latest and greatest there, and if you want to plug in. But guys, we have episodes going on every single day, so please don't miss one. If you have any questions, go to goaskpace.com. These ladies are going to be jumping in. When this podcast comes in, they're going to be jumping into the free Facebook group to answer more questions and do a live. So guys, I want you to plug into that. And if you are a member of the Sub 2 Gator Top Tier TC and you want to get on the podcast and share your story like these ladies, please reach out to Taya, T-A-Y-A, at pacemorby.com. We'd love to hear about your story and your wins. If you're tired of sitting on the sidelines, I said it once, I'll say it again. Please plug into this community, plug into a community that aligns with you. Top Tier Gator Sub 2. And guys, check the links below. Start your journey on real estate and be successful like these ladies. Ladies, thank you so much.
Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
I had a pleasure.
Thank you.